that geography has the maximum weightage. When I say maximum weightage where? ठीक है? So here I have taken one particular table. तो अगर आप question देखेंगे 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021, these are the most recent years. Now you see the number of questions that have been asked. So see, you are the beginner. आप जब start करते हो ना, you will be confused with these words. You will be going through here and there and collecting so many resources कि कहाँ से हम क्या पढ़ लें. Problem ये है कि आपके पास इतनी सारी information है and you will, you know what is the problem? You will start following each and every one. You will ask me, in geography, the most technical part is climatology. Climatology is actually difficult to understand, very difficult to understand. If you don't have proper guidance, आपको नहीं समझ में आएगा. Now what you do, if I ask you to prepare map, आप क्या करते हैं map के लिए? What you do? You have a separate map. You start doing mountains, you start doing rivers, you start doing lakes, you start doing national parks, you start doing Ramsar sites. So you have multiple maps together. और end में revision के time क्या होता है? It becomes so much hodgepodge. So what you do this. You have separate maps. Now what we have done, we have literally invested more than 8-9 months to prepare these super maps. So we have joined today. I think like most of you, those who have joined, there must be some reason behind it. आपने इसलिए join नहीं किया है because you had a free time and you had nothing to do. If you have joined today's webinar, it definitely means that it shows sincerity from your side that you want to know something. Okay. So in this webinar, we'll try to understand geography in a much simpler way, what this subject demands. And we also want to have some interactive session, guys. So it will not be, सिर्फ मैं बोल रही हूँ और आप सुन रहे हो. It should not be like that. Wherever you get a problem, wherever you don't understand, you can raise a question. You can ask me anytime. So I hope, let's make this webinar a most productive one. And in this webinar, I'll be talking about what this subject is about, and what does this subject contains, and what is the classification of this subject, and where the students are facing problems, and what we exactly do to solve those problems, right? So we'll try to do that, and let's make it interactive, guys. So first of all, I'll be showing you something. I'll just want to show you that geography has the maximum weightage. When I say maximum weightage where? Okay. So here I have taken one particular table which shows prelims, number of questions that are asked in prelims. ठीक है? तो सबसे पहले तो यही important है कि if I am talking about geography, then why I am talking about geography? Is it that important subject for UPSC? Right? So first of all, we have to understand, and then we'll start, building upon that. तो अगर आप क्वेश्चन देखेंगे 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021, these are the most recent years. Now you see the number of questions that have been asked. Okay. Now geography main syllabus, why I am showing you, I would like you to concentrate here. Okay, guys, I'm again repeating because we have joined this webinar. I want all of you to have a full attention. Okay. Most of you are beginners, as I am assuming. Okay. You might not have gone through the syllabus also. And that is the reason why I am showing you the syllabus. At least you should know the syllabus. Now there's no syllabus for prelims, but for mains, UPSC has vaguely defined the syllabus. Now you see GS paper 1 and where geography is coming, and in GS paper 3 as well. So one by one, let's read it. Salient features of world's physical geography. Again, there's a no subdivision. आपको नहीं मालूम है what actually comes in physical geography. Distribution of key natural resources across the world. Okay. Important geophysical phenomena such as earthquake, tsunamis, volcanic activity, cyclones, etc. So here the point is etc. Again, it is yet not defined. कि इसमें है क्या? What is there in etc. ठीक है? Then you have this location changes in critical geographical features. So what is this critical geographical features? Okay. So see, you are the beginner. आप जब start करते हो ना, you will be confused with these words. You will be going through here and there and collecting so many resources कि कहाँ से हम क्या पढ़ लें, है ना? Because you are not clear about these, these statements, these words. Now, Indian society, again, which is a very, very vast. Indian society, it becomes part of human geography. What is physical geography? What is human geography? I'll be talking about that. But let's first see the syllabus. Okay. Now, Indian society, maybe you see globalization, diversity. Now, diversity, again, there's a lot of diversity in Indian society on the basis of caste, on the basis of religion, on the basis of language, race, tribes, and all these. ठीक है? तो ये भी आपके Indian society का part बन जाता है. Now this is a GS paper 1. So GS paper 1 has other subjects as well, but here I am focusing on geography only. Okay. Now in GS paper 3 also, now people will tell you that geography belongs to paper 1. But if you go deep down, you will find that there are many, other topics which are related to geography, but it is not coming under GS paper 1. Rather, it is coming under GS paper 3. ठीक है. Say for example, major crops. अब crops जो है आपको लोग बोलेंगे कि इट कम्स अंडर एग्रीकल्चर, एग्रीकल्चर इकोनॉमी का पार्ट बन जाता है, तो ऐसा नहीं है. एग्रीकल्चर का कुछ पोर्शन, नाउ अगेन एग्रीकल्चर इज अ वेरी ब्रॉड टर्म. एग्रीकल्चर में व्हेन यू आर रीडिंग अबाउट different types of crops, you are reading about how these crops are grown, what type of climatic condition is required for that type of crop. This becomes part of geography. ठीक है. But when you are reading the export and import part, अब किसी क्रॉप का आप एक्सपोर्ट इंपोर्ट पढ़ते हो, वो आपके इकोनॉमी का पार्ट हो जाता है. लेकिन जब हम यहाँ पे मेजर क्रॉप्स की बात कर रहे हैं, डेफिनेटली इट कम्स अंडर एग्रीकल्चर ज्योग्राफी विच इज अ पार्ट ऑफ ह्यूमन ज्योग्राफी. ठीक है. नाउ क्रॉपिंग पैटर्न इन वेरियस पार्ट्स ऑफ द कंट्री, different types of irrigation. Again, this particular topic is merging with environment. Infrastructure, energy, port, roads, airports, railways, etc. Mostly you will feel that this part is again part of economy, but it is also coming under geography. I'll tell you. Conservation, environmental pollution, degradation, disaster and disaster management. So this I am just trying to give you a broad framework where we have to exactly locate geography in UPSC. ठीक है. क्योंकि आप सब ज्योग्राफी के आप सब यूपीएससी की प्रिपरेशन करने वाले ही बच्चे हैं, और आपने ज्वाइन किया है इसलिए क्योंकि आपको एक आइडिया मिल सके अबाउट दिस सब्जेक्ट, एंड दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई आई हैव शोन यू द सब्जेक्ट. ठीक है. नाउ टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट द वेगनेस ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट. ओके. अब वेग कैसे है? ये वेग, आई होप यू ऑल ऑफ यू नो व्हाट इज वेग. इट इज अस्पष्ट, जो चीज क्लियर नहीं है, विच इज नॉट थिंग विच इज नॉट क्लियर. ठीक है. से फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लेट मी चेक द चैट. ओके. Okay, guys, we'll be taking questions later. Now, अब यहाँ पे आप देखेंगे जीएस पेपर 1 में there is a one topic called geophysical phenomena, right? So here I am taking this term geophysical phenomena. Everyone, please focus here. ठीक है. अभी आपको क्या पता चल रहा है? What is geophysical phenomena? Anyone, if you understand what is geophysical phenomena? Geophysical phenomena. Geophysical. There are two words, and then the third word is phenomena. What is that meaning? What is geo? What is physical? What is phenomena? ठीक है. और आप यूपीएससी का देखते हैं तो व्हाट यूपीएससी इज राइटिंग, इट्स राइटिंग अर्थक्वेक, इट्स राइटिंग सुनामी, वोल्केनिक एक्टिविटी, साइक्लोन्स एंड एक्सेट्रा. दिस एरिया रिमेन्स अगेन येट टू एक्सप्लोर. यू हैव टू एक्सप्लोर. ठीक है. लेट मी सी व्हाट ऑल ऑफ यू आर राइटिंग. चेंजिंग फॉर्म, नेचुरल, क्लाइमेट चेंज, अर्थ मूवमेंट, क्लाइमेट चेंज. ठीक है. देखो, जियो फिजिकल में पहली चीज है जियो. जियो इज व्हाट? इट इज नथिंग बट अर्थ. ठीक है ना. अब अर्थ और फिजिकल, फिजिकल इज व्हाट? इट इज द आउटर एनवायरनमेंट, जो बाहर की चीजें हैं. अब अर्थ पे, अर्थ इज व्हाट? नॉट जस्ट द अपर पार्ट बट इंटीरियर ऑल्सो. इंटीरियर प्लस अपर पोर्शन, इन दोनों पे क्या चेंजेस हो रहे हैं एंड क्यों चेंजेस हो रहे हैं. ठीक है. एंड इन द एटमोस्फेयर ऑल्सो, व्हाट आर द चेंजेस दैट इज गोइंग, what are the different types of activities that you see. Say for example, sometimes you will see कि अभी आपने सुना होगा कि म्यांमार में भूकंप आ गया. ठीक है. कभी आप सुनते होगे, अभी क्योंकि गर्मी का टाइम है, इट्स नाउ टाइम ऑफ समर, हीट वेव्स. व्हाट इज हीट वेव? इट्स वेयर इट इज अकरिंग इन द एटमोस्फेयर, है ना. आपके एटमोस्फेयर में हो रहा है ये. तो इट बिकम्स पार्ट ऑफ योर फिजिकल वर्ल्ड, राइट. फिजिकल जो आउटर एटमोस्फेयर, उसका पार्ट हो जाता है. एंड दैट इज ऑल्सो वन टाइप ऑफ फेनोमेना, अ क्लाइमेटिक फेनोमेना. हीट वेव हो रहा है. आप सुनेंगे साइक्लोन्स एवरी टाइम. नाउ मॉनसून इज कमिंग, यू विल हियर कि बे ऑफ बंगाल में, उड़ीसा कोस्ट पे साइक्लोन आ गया. ये साइक्लोन, वो साइक्लोन. व्हाट इज साइक्लोन? साइक्लोन की बात हम करेंगे, बाद में करेंगे. ठीक है. तो व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज व्हाट इज जियोफिजिकल. जियो इज अर्थ एंड फिजिकल इज द आउटर एटमोस्फेयर, जहां पे सारी चेंजेस हो रही हैं. ठीक है. नाउ यूपीएससी का अगर मैं बात करूं तो उसने यूपीएससी ने बस ये सारी चीजें ही मेंशन करी है. नाउ you see here, if I have to divide that geophysical phenomena, so once you start reading, you will not understand what is geophysical phenomena. You will start reading here and there कि अब तो आपको लगेगा कि even if you are done like one or two concept, now you will feel that I have completed, but it is not exactly that. It is much more deeper. So you have to go that deep. अब geophysical phenomena को here I have divided it. along in this geophysical phenomena, there are several other phenomena which is coming, which includes weather phenomena, ठीक है, which includes geomagnetic phenomena, which includes geological phenomena, which includes comparative planetology. मतलब आपकी धरती पे और आपके धरती के सराउंडिंग में जो चेंजेस हो रहे हैं, जो एक्टिविटीज हो रही हैं, वो सारे ही फिनोमिना हम पढ़ते हैं इन दिस जियोफिजिकल फिनोमिना. नाउ इफ आई हैव टू टॉक अबाउट वेदर फिनोमिना, आपके एनवायरनमेंट में क्या क्या चेंजेस हो रहे हैं, क्या क्या होता है, आप देखते होंगे रेनफॉल है, राइट, समटाइम्स साइक्लोन्स, समटाइम्स लाइटनिंग, हीट वेव, सो दीज विल कम अंडर वेदर फिनोमिना. ठीक है. नाउ जियोमैग्नेटिक फिनोमिना within the earth, interior of the earth, ये upper वाला part है, in the interior of the earth there is some changes that is going. What is that change? We will talk about that later, but आपको समझना है कि अर्थ के इंटीरियर में भी कुछ चेंज हो रहा है, एंड ड्यू टू दैट ऑल्सो वी हैव सर्टेन मैग्नेटिक फील्ड्स. अब उस जियो मैग्नेटिक फिनोमिना में क्या क्या आ जाता है, अरोडास, ठीक है, जो लाइट्स आप देखते हैं नदर्न एंड सदर्न पोल्स में, दैट आर अरोडास. मैग्नेटिक स्टॉर्म्स, देयर इज अ चेंज इन मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. जियोलॉजिकल फिनोमिना, अर्थक्वेक, अभी आपने सुना होगा, लाइक रिसेंटली वी हैड दिस ऑपरेशन सिंदूर, एंड ड्यू टू दैट frequent earthquake have been observed in Pakistan in some locations. ठीक है. So it comes under geological phenomena. Tsunami, landslides, volcanic eruptions, comparative planetology, कि अर्थ के बाहर क्या हो रहा है. So it includes origin and the evolution of the earth, how this earth has evolved, from where this universe has come, right? So now see guys, I have broken that point. अगर आप वो वाला point देखते हैं, ये जो जियोफिजिकल फिनोमेना है, इसको मैंने कितने पार्ट में डिवाइड कर दिया. Now this understanding is very very important when you are preparing for UPSC, right? Now here again I am taking one example. I am taking an example of a cyclone here. ठीक है. Cyclone, what is cyclone? Anyone? Do you know about cyclones? You might have heard about cyclones many a times. So if I have to make it understand in a very simpler way, आप चाय पीते हैं, है ना, आप सब चाय पीते हैं, गर्म चाय पीते हैं. So if you are drinking that hot tea, a steam is also rising, and you take a straw, you start swirling it, you start moving that straw. What will happen? A swirl will generate in that hot tea, right? Similarly, that hot tea is like a ocean. जो warm ocean है, that is like a hot tea, and the warm air that is rising, जो आपकी steam rise कर रही है ना चाय से, tea से, that is the same steam that is rising from the ocean. And this, the cyclone, it is making a swirl, it is moving. And why it is moving? It is taking a movement, it is circulating. Why? Because of the Coriolis force. What is Coriolis force? Because this earth is moving, earth के movement के कारण एक force generate हो रहा है, and that is why it is bringing that change in that water, right? So that is cyclone. Yes. Air masses that rotates around a strong center of low atmospheric pressure. Very good guys. Convergence of low pressure. So I think that you have some idea about cyclone. Okay. Now I took that cyclone. Now what you will do, you have like you have seen the UPSC syllabus. So what you will start doing, you will start finding the sources from where we have to cover cyclone. ठीक है. अब cyclone में आप जाओगे NCERT, that is class 11th NCERT, that is a fundamental of physical geography. In that chapter 10, atmospheric circulation and weather system. There's a chapter called atmospheric circulation and weather system. In that chapter you have this diagram और tropical cyclone के बारे में mentioned है. ठीक है. कितना mentioned है? You have 1, 2, 3 a short paragraph, 4, 5 paragraphs. But do you think UPSC is asking this? And do you think if just by preparing this much you will be able to solve UPSC questions? ठीक है. Why? You will not be able to solve it, because this is not that easy to understand. You need that level of understanding. Ab UPSC क्या पूछ रहा है? UPSC is just not asking about what is cyclone, what is the difference between a tropical cyclone and temperate cyclone. UPSC is not asking that. What UPSC is asking? UPSC सब कुछ पूछ रहा है. What is the definition? ठीक है. अब वो definition that you can do it from your NCERTs, right? How? What are the features that are associated with the formation of these cyclones? Where? What are the locations? कौन-कौन सी जगह पे है? Who? Now, who are the people, like organizations? कौन सी ऐसी organizations हैं who are engaged in the naming of the cyclones? What are the process, the criterias? ठीक है, color coding of cyclones, how we do it, right? Now, there's a fifth part that is talking about what? Why? So now if the cyclone is occurring, if we see a lot of cyclone these days in these years, frequent cyclones, so what are the reasons behind it? Now here we will talk about climate change, sea surface temperature rise, and then finally the impact. Impact kiska part ho jayega? Disaster management. Now if you tell me, just now I have showed you a question, syllabus of GS1 and GS3. So this disaster management, where it was whether it was a part of GS1 or GS3, kiska part tha ye? See guys, I will be keep on checking your attention. Okay, so please have a full attention in my webinar for now. Okay, very good. Third, ठीक है ना? तो क्या मैंने आपको बताया कि so we have different phenomena, weather phenomena, geophysical phenomena. Now you have to understand all those phenomena holistically. आपको बिल्कुल अच्छे से समझना है. Not just the one phenomena, but the entire phenomena. And at the same time, you also have to interlink with GS1, GS3, and all other subjects that we are studying. Okay, so this was just to show you the vagueness of the syllabus and the depth which it consists, right? So it is very important that you have this much of understanding of this subject कि क्या आ सकता है, ठीक है? Now let's talk about geography. अब यहाँ से मैं आपको थोड़ा basic बताना चाहूंगी because again why I am discussing here a basic part, because a lot of confusion is there कि what comes under which particular part. So definitely we have physical geography and we have human geography. ठीक है? So physical, we have physical, what is physical geography, guys? If any one of you can tell me, although it's there in the slide, it's written, but let me know in a much easier way. What do you understand by physical geography? The characteristics of Earth, or you can say the physical part. No, not morphology. रिलेटेड टू अर्थ फिजिकल फेनोमेना. देखो मैं फिजिकल आपको बताऊंगी ना कि जो भी आप सराउंडिंग में देख रहे हो अपने एटमॉस्फेयर में, या फिर जो भी धरती के अंदर चल रहा है फिजिकली, हाउ दिस अर्थ इज वर्किंग. आप जैसे चलते हो, है ना, आप खाना खाते हो, आप चलते हो, आप घूमते हो. सिमिलरली same to same, earth is also, it's moving, it's rotating, it's doing some physical activities, and due to that physical activities it is creating some changes, है ना. तो उसके कारण, जो भी अर्थ के मूवमेंट के कारण, यूनिवर्स के कारण जो भी चेंजेस अर्थ में आ रहा है, दैट विल कम अंडर दिस फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी. ठीक है? वॉट एवर अर्थ इज डूइंग, whether it is moving, the winds are generating, how the winds are moving, how the clouds are forming, कैसे, मतलब पूरा system, the entire system of this earth, how this earth is working. So earth as a whole system, how it is working, so everything will come under physical. ठीक है? Now the human part. अब इंसान आता है. ठीक है? पहले फिजिकल हमने देख लिया कि आखिर धरती आपकी कैसे काम कर रही है, कैसे काम करती है धरती आपकी. से फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेट्स टॉक अबाउट व्हेन दिस अर्थ वाज ओरिजिनेटिंग इनिशियली, स्टार्टिंग में, बिल्कुल स्टार्टिंग की बात बता रही हूँ मैं. तो क्या हुआ होगा, एक आग का गोला था, है ना, and slowly and gradually it started cooling down and lots of volcanic eruption was going and lots of cloud formed. बहुत सारे बादल बने, बहुत बारिश हुई तो क्या हुआ, जो आपके पत्थर थे वो क्या हो जाएंगे, ठंडे हो जाएंगे. तो उससे क्या होगा कि आपकी जो सॉइल्स हैं, सॉइल्स फॉर्म करनी स्टार्ट होंगी, रॉक्स फॉर्म करनी स्टार्ट होंगी, राइट. सो स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली द अर्थ हैज इवॉल्व. सो एवरीथिंग विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू दैट चेंजेस, with respect to that movement, we will study in the physical geography. Now the human part. So human में क्या आ जाएगा, anything that human is determining, any change that human is bringing, human is producing. Say for example, if we are studying about how many population is, like different types of population, कितनी population है, distribution क्या है population की. अब इंसान आया, इंसान को खाने की जरूरत थी, the human needs food, right? They started growing crops. Now that agriculture becomes part of human geography. So whatever changes that is coming due to human, that will come under human geography. Now if I am talking about, okay guys, I'm just asking, if I have to study a changes, say for example, अगर मुझे पढ़ना है the discrimination that is there in the society on the basis of caste, where it will come, where you will locate this part, discrimination, physical, human, world, or geography of India, where you will locate this part. Very good. So broadly we have to yeah, very good everyone, good. हाँ, तो इसका मतलब आपका टेंशन है यहाँ पे. तो मैं क्या आपको बता रही हूँ कि कोई भी चेंज, एनी चेंज दैट ह्यूमन इज ब्रिंगिंग इनटू ऑनटू द सरफेस ऑफ द अर्थ, राइट. नाउ यू हैव सरप्लस अमाउंट ऑफ फूड, आपने एग्रीकल्चर स्टार्ट किया ग्रो करना एंड यू हैव लॉट्स ऑफ क्रॉप नाउ you will think that I want to earn money or I want to have something which I am not having, so we'll start doing trade. आप ट्रेड करना स्टार्ट करोगे, you will start exporting, importing, you will start selling it. That becomes part of economy, है ना? Where it will come? Economy is happening due to whom? Humans. It will come under human geography. ठीक है? Now again, you have you have rural India, you have urban India. Who are living there? Animals are not living, plants are not living there. Yes, plants are there, but definitely if we are talking about rural India and urban India, definitely we are talking about the people, those who are living there, the different attributes that are associated with urban and the rural. Where it will come? It will come under human geography. Clear? Is it clear, guys? Let me know whether you are understanding or not. ठीक है? Now you are reading about the different culture. आपने कहीं का डांस फॉर्म पढ़ा, आपने कहीं के लिटरेचर के बारे में पढ़ा. You're reading about writings, you are reading about music forms, you are reading about different languages. किसकी language? किसका culture? किसका क्या? Human. So that will again, cultural geography will become part of your human geography. ठीक है? So human आप हमेशा यही समझना. Yes, one more thing, guys. There's a lot of confusion about the resource geography. Now, please let me know, like whether you will place this resource geography in physical or human part. कहाँ पे आप उसको place करेंगे? This is a bit technical. Please let me know. Resource geography, जिसमें आप minerals के बारे में पढ़ते हैं. Is it a physical geography or a human geography? So yes, now there's a confusion. Physical, human, economic, both. Okay. Human and physical. So resource are not resources, right? Until it becomes resource. And resource for whom? Resource for not for trees, resource not for animals, resource for humans. हम अपने लिए बोल रहे हैं that these are the resources, these are the mines, minerals, these are the resources for us, right? So that resource part will come under human. रिसोर्स तब तक रिसोर्स नहीं है जब तक आपने ह्यूमन ने अपने मैक्सिमाइजेशन ऑफ प्रॉफिट के लिए इसको इस्तेमाल नहीं किया है. इट हैज सम पोटेंशियल टू बेनिफिट ह्यूमंस एंड दैट इज व्हाई इट इज अ रिसोर्स. सो इट विल कम अंडर अ ह्यूमन ज्योग्राफी. So I hope that you are very clear with human geography. Now what is physical geography? Again, I have already explained. फिजिकल में क्या है कि अर्थ में जो चेंजेस आ रहे हैं, धरती के ऊपर जो चेंज आ रहे हैं, धरती के ऊपर जो चेंजेस आ रहे हैं. सो इट इंक्लूड्स योर जियोमॉर्फोलॉजी, इट इंक्लूड्स योर क्लाइमेट, it includes your oceans, the changes that is coming in the ocean. So for UPSC, you have to focus on three things: climatology, oceanography, and geomorphology. Physical geography is again, it's very broad, but आपके लिए इतना डिटेल में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. You just have to focus on these three main subheadings, that is climatology, geomorphology, and oceanography. Again, biogeography, you are already doing environment, so there's a no need of doing biogeography because biogeography and environment is similar. There's a no difference. ठीक है, तो उसको हम exclude करते हैं. तो आपको ध्यान रखना है क्या, आपके काम का क्या है? Geomorphology, climatology, and oceanography. Any confusion to understand what is geomorphology, oceanography, or climatology? Okay. Okay, guys. Now, physical and human में again ज़्यादा confusion नहीं होता. There's no much confusion in this physical and the human geography. Now, the confusion starts coming from the world and geography of India, or some people say Indian geography, but that is a wrong term. Indian geography आप इस्तेमाल नहीं करो. It is actually a geography of India and not the Indian geography. ठीक है? Now, guys, world geography and geography of India, it is not a separate topics. These are not the separate subjects. ये separate नहीं है. Why? I'll tell you. See, you read physical. Physical में मैंने आपको क्या बताया? You are reading about, different climates of the world. You are reading about the different oceans of the world. So when you are doing a climate of the world, जब आप पूरे world के climate के बारे में पढ़ रहे हैं, it becomes part of world geography. When you are particularly focusing upon the climate of India, then it becomes part of geography of India. मतलब आप समझ रहे हैं? Within that physical and human, जब आप वर्ल्ड के बारे में पढ़ रहे हैं, इट बिकम्स पार्ट ऑफ वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी, एंड व्हेन यू आर डूइंग इट फॉर इंडिया, इट बिकम्स पार्ट ऑफ ज्योग्राफी ऑफ इंडिया. Okay, now again, same for, say for example, human. When you are studying the distribution of population for the entire world, ठीक है, तो broadly population हम कहाँ पढ़ते हैं? population is a part of human geography. So when you are doing the population for the entire world, it becomes part of your, world, this human geography, world ka. And when you are doing it for India specific distribution of population in India, it becomes part of geography of India. Similarly, you take anything, you call anything, you take example of mountains. If you are doing mountains of the world, it becomes part of world geography. If you are doing mountains of India, it becomes part of geography of India. So here I am trying to make you understand this is not the separate division. Rather, it is coming under either physical or human. So when you are doing it for world, it becomes part of world. When you are doing it for India, it becomes part of geography of India. Are you getting my point? Is it clear? Is this point clear? I hope after this point of time, there will be no confusion about physical, human, world or geography of India. Okay? Yes, I will be talking about that, especially with respect to our foundation course, how much time we take to cover the foundation. Okay, now let's come to your part. Okay? Till now, I was talking about this subject as a whole. What is geography? What are the syllabus of geography? Now, where actually the problem you all are facing? And I think this is the main reason why all you have joined this webinar, to know where what exactly the problem. The first problem is multiplicity of sources. The second one is technical nature ka hai geography. Okay. Third is linkages with the current affairs. Fourth is mapping. And yes, definitely the places that are in news. And fifth is answer writing. Okay? So one by one, we will be discussing about the issues. So first of all, multiplicity of the sources. प्रॉब्लम ये है कि आपके पास इतनी सारी इंफॉर्मेशन है एंड यू विल यू नो व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम, यू विल स्टार्ट फॉलोइंग ईच एंड एवरीवन. Right, somebody will tell you to read Mazid Hussain from that particular topic. You will start reading Mazid Hussain. Then somebody will refer you GC Leong, आप GC Leong में पढ़ने चले जाओगे. कुछ लोग आपको खुल्लड़ बोल देंगे geography of India to cover. They will show you one question and they will tell you कि this question is coming from this खुल्लड़. Now you will start studying खुल्लड़. And apart from that, you have several books of NCERT itself, class 11th and 12th, जो 4 किताबें हैं आपकी, है ना? Physical this fundamentals of physical geography, India physical environment, India people and economy, and fundamentals of human geography. So these 4 books, right? So you have multiple sources to follow, and then you have so many reading materials. कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स के आपके पास मटेरियल्स पहुंच जाते हैं. ज्योग्राफी ऑलरेडी इतना डाइवर्स है, ऑलरेडी इतना कुछ है इसमें, एंड देन यू हैव सो मेनी बुक्स, सो इट बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट व्हाट एग्जैक्टली टू फॉलो, राइट? नाउ nature, as I have already showed you like some of the slides जिसमें कि मैंने cyclones बात की है. Now I'll show you the technicality, especially with respect to physical geography. Physical geography के साथ problem ये आती है कि see guys, you will feel that you have understand, but when the question will come, you will not able to solve it. And why you are not able to solve it? Because you have not understood the concept well. And why you have not understood well? Because it is technical. अब technical है इसका ये मतलब नहीं है that it is very tough. टेक्निकल है, इट मींस दैट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट इन अ सिंपलर वे सो दैट यू कैन मेमोराइज इट, ताकि आपके दिमाग में वो चीजें बैठ जाए, है ना? टेक्निकल है तो आपको डेफिनेटली यू विल हैव टू सिंप्लीफाई, यू विल हैव टू यू विल हैव टू फाइंड आउट कि व्हाट आर द थिंग्स व्हिच आई एम नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग, और somebody should be there to to teach you, to guide you कि you have to cover this way to make you understand. ठीक है? अब now I will show you. See for example, आप यहाँ पे देखेंगे, these are the clips which I have taken from NCERT, जहां पे कि अर्थक्वेक वेव्स की बात की गई है, एंड हीट बजट ऑफ द अर्थ की बात की गई है, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ प्रेशर, देन जियोस्ट्रॉपिक विंड, राइट? नाउ these topics are literally technical. If you will ask me, in geography the most technical part is climatology. Climatology is actually difficult to understand, very difficult to understand. If you don't have proper guidance, आपको नहीं समझ में आएगा. See, I had geography throughout in my graduation, in my masters, and right now also PhD, I'm doing PhD, but yet I'm telling you guys, geography को समझना बहुत मुश्किल है. When I was in my college, Miranda House, it is known for geography, right? But there also, when I was studying physical geography, it was very difficult. नहीं समझ में आता था. So once it is not simplified, you will not be able to understand it because of the technicality of this subject. So if you'll ask me, economics को भी लोग technical बोलते हैं. Now you have this geography also. I'll say geography is more technical in terms of some of the topics, some of the subjects, subheadings like climatology, like oceanography. ठीक है? तो आप देखेंगे ये सारी चीजें हैं, ये technical हैं. और ये टेक्निकल है एट द सेम टाइम, इट डज नॉट मीन दैट इट इज नॉट वर्दी ऑफ रीडिंग इट। आपको मैं क्वेश्चंस दिखाऊंगी, आप देखोगे कि एग्जैक्टली जो क्वेश्चंस हैं आए हैं, ये जो जियोस्ट्रॉपिक विंड है, यहां से भी डायरेक्ट सवाल आया है। इस पे हम बाद में जाएंगे, लेटर आई विल बी टेकिंग वेबिनार्स, जब आप थोड़ा एडवांस हो जाओगे देन आई विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट दीज टॉपिक्स। राइट नाउ आई एम जस्ट शोइंग यू that there these are technical, but at the same time this is also asked in UPSC. It shows the relevance of the subject. ठीक है? Now you see here again high pressure and the low pressure. What is high pressure and low pressure? Anyone? कैसे क्या है? What do you understand by high pressure and low pressure? Am I going fast? Please let me know. क्या मैं फास्ट हूं? क्या मुझे स्लो बोलना चाहिए? धीरे बोलना चाहिए? Date and time topic is very difficult. Cold and warm currents. Rainfall. What is rainfall? Balbir. Slow, ma'am. Okay, I'll go a bit slow. And it's high pressure winds go away, low pressure winds attracted. Okay, I'll just take a very simple example here. आप balloons देखते हैं ना? The balloon, the hot air balloon, right? If you, this hot air balloon, this is light. And this starts, rising. ये धीरे धीरे ऊपर की तरफ जाता है. Now you have a rock, which is suppose a cold rock. ठीक है, ठंडा एक पत्थर है. So if you are just leaving it, what will happen? It will drop down. Same is the case of the high pressure and the low pressure. लो प्रेशर क्या होता है? wherever you are having this low pressure, because it is light, just like a balloon, it will rise, it will start rising. And what is high pressure? High pressure is dense, just like your rock, it will start dropping down, नीचे की तरफ बार बार ऐसे गिरेगा. ठीक है ना? तो wherever you have high pressure, the air is sinking, air is going down, and wherever you have low pressure, the air is rising, ये ऊपर की तरफ जाता है. ठीक है? This is the difference between the high pressure and low pressure. How it is forming? There's a geographical concept behind it, climatological concept behind it. So let's not go in that right now. Sure, sure. Yes. यस, ठीक है. तो हाई प्रेशर और लो प्रेशर वो चीज होती है. नाउ यू विल सी यूपीएससी ऑल्सो, आई एम जस्ट टेकिंग अ वन question from these topics, but multiple questions have been asked, not just one question, multiple questions have been asked. Now you see this is the heat budget of the earth, and again in 2024 the question was asked. So these are not old questions, these are the recent question that UPSC is asking, which shows the relevance of these topics, which shows कि टेक्निकल तो है और आपके पास कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है सिवा आपको पढ़ना ही पड़ेगा. ठीक है? Then now the third problem is the linkage, that how you have to link this subject with the current affairs. ठीक है? प्रॉब्लम क्या आती है कि you do the foundation, you do the basic thing, but you forget to connect it with the current affairs. ठीक है? Say for example, I'll show you. This is the plate tectonic. Plate tectonic क्या होता है? Say for example, you have a egg. ठीक है? अब इस एग पे you just आप क्या करो, उस पे कुछ क्रैक्स बना दो, कुछ क्रैक्स बना दो उस पे. ठीक है? So in that egg, you just hit the egg, there will be a crack, right? So there are some big cracks and there are some smaller cracks. So this entire egg is divided into some major cracks and some minor cracks, जहां से वो टूट सकता है ना? Similarly, same like this, earth has also some cracks, some major cracks and some minor cracks. ठीक है? सेम उसी तरह से. एंड दैट इज द क्रैक, दैट इज अ वीक जोन, जहां से कि अर्थ की मूवमेंट हो रही है. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दोज मूवमेंट देयर इज अ अर्थक्वेक. So this is the part of your NCERT. Plate tectonic, it is a part of NCERT. Now, how it becomes relevant? So whenever you are seeing earthquake, so that is definitely, that is important. आपको देखना है वो, आपको करना है वो, but at the same time, you must be able to link it. Now, because this was in the news recently, this was in news, कि massive earthquake hits Myanmar and Thailand. Now, if you go to NCERT, you have three types of plate boundary: divergent, convergent, and transform. I'm not going to talk about this right now. I'm just trying to tell you कि NCERT ने तीन क्रैक्स के बारे में, आप ये समझो कि तीन क्रैक्स के बारे में बताया है. ठीक है? लेकिन यूपीएससी क्या चाहता है कि आप फर्दर अपडेट करें खुद को. तो ये जो मैं आपको दिखा रही हूँ, दिस वी टेक इट इन समाचार मंथन, दैट वेरेवर देयर इज अ फाउंडेशन, लाइक जो भी बेसिक है, बेसिक के साथ साथ हम आपको करंट का पार्ट भी कनेक्ट करके आपको हम बताते हैं, सो दैट आपका एक साथ कॉम्प्रिहेंसिवली प्रिपेयर हो जाए, नॉट जस्ट द बेसिक बट ऑल्सो द करंट पार्ट. So this is just I am showing you one example. There are multiple examples where we keep on covering in the current affairs in Samachar Manthan, which further boost your foundation, which further boost your basic part. जो आपको जो बोलते हैं ना कि इधर उधर की sources, वो कोई जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. You will not need any extra sources for reading geography, right? Because you have to cover in this way, you just have to finish in this way, that everything is done at once. Okay, now mapping places in news. So here I would like to show you something. I will also share a document here with you all. Now see the questions that are coming from mapping. आप देखोगे कि geography में mapping becomes a very important. Almost every year, around I will say like 10 to 15 marks question, 15 to 16 marks questions, 16 marks questions is coming directly from the mapping part. ठीक है. Now this map becomes very very important. ठीक है. Now these are the questions that are asked in UPSC on the basis of maps. ठीक है. ये different different आपको questions आए हुए हैं यूपीएससी में, कभी डैम्स के बारे में, and see these the rivers, the list of the rivers and the dams. ठीक है. Then national parks, then physical geography का कुछ part है, you have this lakes part, lakes and river geographic locations, and all these different types of questions that are related to location based हम बोलते हैं इसको. ठीक है. Then you have different important towns, कौन से rivers पे हैं, which are the rivers where these towns are located, ancient historical sites, river basin and resources. ठीक है. Then you have this some again physical features, कि आपने canyons देखा, Gandikota Canyon देखा, and on which river you will see this. So there are some complex, these are not simple questions, these are the complex questions. Now what you do, if I ask you to prepare map, आप क्या करते हैं map के लिए? What you do, you have a separate map. You start doing mountains, you start doing rivers, you start doing lakes, you start doing national parks, you start doing Ramsar sites. So you have multiple maps together. और एंड में रिवीजन के टाइम क्या होता है, इट बिकम्स सो मच हॉच पॉच, सो एवरीथिंग इज लाइक खिचड़ी आपके यहाँ पे पक जाती है ना. सो व्हाट यू डू दिस, यू हैव सेपरेट मैप्स. Now what we have done, like we have literally invested more than 8-9 months to prepare these super maps. अब हमने super maps के साथ क्या किया है, that we have combined all these different locations, all these different features together in a one single map. तो आपको like सारी इंफॉर्मेशन एक जगह पे मिल रही है और एक बार में मिल रही है. नाउ थिंक आपका टाइम कितना बच रहा है. So your time will be saved, and these maps we keep on practicing in our foundation course. हम बार बार बच्चों से पूछते हैं, टेस्ट लेते हैं, क्वेश्चंस करते हैं on the basis of these these maps as well. So it becomes very very easier, because once you are revising, once you are practicing, it becomes very easier for you to memorize. So now when you are going to prelims, आपका वो उतना कॉम्प्लेक्स नहीं लगेगा. You will just see and you will think कि okay, I have that confidence that I can rock the exam, right? तो ये मैप्स जो हमने बनाए हैं, देयर आर 7 रीजनल मैप्स. यू जस्ट हैव टू रीड 7 मैप्स. वन मैप एक रीजन को शो करता है, एंड दैट इज बेस्ड ऑन द मेजर रिवर सिस्टम ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर एरिया. से फॉर एग्जांपल ये इंडस रिवर बेसिन है. ठीक है. इंडस रिवर मैप है ये, और इंडस रिवर की जितनी भी ट्रिब्यूटरीज है, दोस ट्रिब्यूटरीज व्हिच आर पार्ट ऑफ दिस इंडस, दोस आर आल्सो शोन हियर. ठीक है. एंड ऑल द रामसर साइट्स, लेक्स, डैम्स, glaciers, passes, everything is there in this map. And similarly we have 6 more maps for different regions of India. तो आपको बस वो 6 मैप करने हैं, and everything is prepared. And in our foundation we keep on revising it multiple time, and it becomes very easier for you to memorize all these, right? Now I'll show you one more thing. So now, like what we do in our foundation, okay, I'll show you one more document later. So what we do, we try to limit your sources. So once you are doing the foundation, we are covering each and every topic at one particular time. हम एक जगह पे एक टाइम में सब कुछ कवर कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. So it will definitely limit your sources. You don't have to go. I say to my students very confidently that you don't have to follow any other resources. And once the exam is done, they come to me and they say me, ma'am, thank you so much. Geography में अब बहुत ज्यादा confidence आ गया है. Right. So what we do in our foundation, we try to limit your sources. So that is also done by providing the very 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 important notes that we provide. जो हम नोट्स प्रोवाइड करते हैं, मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी, आई जस्ट शो यू द नोट्स. So this is one such note which we have prepared, which will cover each and everything. ठीक है, आपको इधर उधर जाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती. You don't have to go for multiple sources. You are just seeing it. Say for example, if you're doing tributaries, I'm just showing you the notes of tributaries of Indian river system. So it will have everything, lakes and glacier. ठीक है, prelims में क्या questions आए हैं वो भी आपका included होता है. ठीक है, and all these rivers if you see, then what are the PYQs, because that is very important. Most of the time you will keep on wasting your time in searching for the question that is related for a particular topic. So it is very important, ठीक है, कि आपको सारी चीजें एक जगह पे मिले. Now tributaries of Brahmaputra river system, what are the heritage that are associated with Brahmaputra river system. ठीक है, conservation sites जो हैं ब्रह्मपुत्र river system के, Yamuna river system. So in this way, we have prepared this note, and a lot of investment, lot of time has gone in the preparation of these curated notes, and these are essentially very, very important notes, guys. Okay, now. So, and how do we approach in foundation? We go by, topic by topic, just like now, right now, I have given so many examples, so many simpler examples. मैंने आपको egg का example दिया. I took example of hot, tea. So in this way, we try to make, things simpler. We try to make you understand each and everything in a much, much simpler way. We show you some videos also sometimes, storytelling and all these, so that all the technical topics becomes much more, it's just becomes like a cakewalk. Then we do a regular, map practice. Now, approach for NCERT reading. Here, I would like to highlight. Maybe in the coming webinar, I'll be taking a separate session for this, because this cannot be completed in this one session. Because approach for NCERT reading is a very, it's very complex, and it further needs to be subdivided. आपको एक understanding आनी चाहिए कि how you have to read this NCERTs. And I keep on telling my students that how, you have to subdivide the topics and how you have to approach. And most importantly, how you have to interlink. क्योंकि इंटरलिंक के बिना आप यूपीएससी का क्वेश्चन सॉल्व ही नहीं कर सकते हो. एक जगह आपने क्लाइमेट पढ़ा, दूसरी जगह आपने ओशन पढ़ा. Now climate and ocean are interlinked, so you have to read this interlinked, not separately. आपको interlinkage करनी ही करनी है, and that is very, very important. Now we also do note making within class, because once I am, teaching you, आपको समझ तो रहे हो definitely. Sometimes you will feel that okay, I have got that confidence कि मुझे सब समझ में आ गया. But at the same time, when I'll ask you to write something, so you might get confused. You will say कि ma'am लिख नहीं पा रहा हूँ. Many a times I have got number of mails from the students that they are saying, ma'am, I have understood the concept, but ma'am, I am not able to write. Why you're not able to write? Because you have not prepared your note in a crisp manner. आप पढ़ तो लेते हो बहुत सारा, but crisp manner में note बहुत important है. And that is why we do, we always, in fact, in my class, I keep on giving the keywords that you will write in the exam, exactly that keywords that you will write, and that will give you the marks. So note making is a, most fundamental part of especially my lectures, जो geography के मैं lectures लेती हूँ. In each and every class, जितने भी मेरे स्टूडेंट्स हैं, सबके नोट्स प्रिपेयर्ड होते हैं फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक. नाउ वट एवर एडिशनल इज रिक्वायर्ड, दे कीप ऑन एडिंग इट, बट इन माई क्लास ईच एंड एवरी lecture you will have your notes prepared with, like I will be, sometimes I will be dictating, I'll be saying you to make notes in a particular section, and then the notes will be prepared in a most comprehensive way. Now, regular class homework for the revision. Now here you might feel that there's a school teacher type feeling, but yes, I do this. I am frankly saying I am doing this in each and every foundation classes of mine. What I do, I'll tell you. मैं क्या करती हूँ, whatever I teach in a particular class, say for example, right, today I have taught a topic from a climate. ठीक है? Next day, I'll ask my students to study that same topic from the NCERT, and in the next lecture when they are coming, in the 10 to 15 minutes, I'll be asking question from the topic which I have already taught. मैं वहां से सवाल नहीं पूछती हूँ जो मैंने नहीं पढ़ाया है, जो मैंने पढ़ाया है और वही मैं आपको एनसीईआरटी से पढ़कर आने बोलती हूँ, एंड देन आई आस्क क्वेश्चंस. नाउ देयर इज अ three things that you are doing. You are listening, you are reading, and then the revision is also going simultaneously. So at the end of this entire, foundation lecture, आपका पूरा का पूरा concept आपके mind में होता है, आपकी memory में होती है. Why? Because you have revised it multiple times within the class. Class में ही आपने इतनी बार revise कर लिया. ठीक है. Now, along with my, lecture, I'll keep on showing the PYQs that is related to particular topic, and I keep on asking whether you are able to solve it or not. And I ask them कि कहाँ पे problem हो रही है. If this is the question that is coming in UPSC and you have just read the topic where the problem is arriving. So in time बोलते हैं ना, that in time solution आपको मिल रहा है. ठीक है. So you don't have to go again and check for the PYQs and then come again and then solve. It's not like that. Okay. And yes, mains का भी होता है, and we do, evaluation also. Students, they send us the writings, whatever they write, they send to us, and then we do the evaluation also. And regular answer writing practice. These things we do regularly, and that is why, like this year also, we have one of our foundation batch student who cracked UPSC 94th rank, Sneh Chakka. So his name is that. So he's from our foundation course only. So in this way we prepare, and now you will say ki ma'am, like if we are doing these many things, so how many, hours is required? Will it take 1 year, one entire year? No, I'm just asking the 40 hours. 18 lectures will be there, and sometimes the lectures goes for like more than 2 hours, 2 hours and 10 minutes. So overall I'm saying average just 40 hours, and this all the problems that you are facing for the geography will be solved.